Buongiorno. How's everyone doing? It's been a minute. Been another hot minute. I feel like I'm saying this at the beginning of every video now, but reality is there's nothing much else going on besides these predictions, result review videos for the next bit. But good news though for anyone who's curious about content. Looking forward to another good summer of things. If you remember last year, we had some movie reactions. We had some, bear with me here. We had a lot of scratch off videos. Had some fun with some tickets. We might do some of those again. So keep that in the back of your mind. Stay tuned to the channel. And also remember, we got a Friday the 13th coming up next week. If you remember last year's, we had a fun time with that. We might, just might, have time to have fun with it again. But we'll see. We'll see. Keep your fingers crossed. How's everyone doing, though? Your boy here, Apollo from Down, Down, Up, Up, comfortable in my robe because it's time to do some wrestling predictions for WWE WrestleMania Backlash because, it sounds so much better and it's so much more interesting. Except it's not. Here's the thing. It's not an important show. We have established that enough considering what was meant to happen on the show. I'm, of course, referring to the Tag Team Championship Unification match to now what we have on the show. Does this mean it's going to be a bad show? I don't think it's going to be a bad show. I think it's going to be something low-key that could turn a few heads depending on the wrestling. Because reality is, there are at least 3 matches that I'm hoping will deliver, set a good standard, and entertain me, as all wrestling shows should. AEW. So, we're going to go through. As far as I know, we only have 6 matches still scheduled for this. They could get away with a kickoff. I'm wondering if they're just going to pull a WrestleMania, though, and just pass. Kickoffs really might just be for talking now, because the reality is, we know they can do it. They hosted, what, 2 2-hour kickoffs both nights of WrestleMania? Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they were 2 hours, and there was just nothing on either of them. Nothing relevant to me. So, you never know. If we do get a kickoff, though, I'll just throw out a random prediction that I honestly am just trying to come up with on the spot right now. Yeah, let's go maybe Butch and Kofi Kingston or something, and they'll give it to Butch. They'll probably just give Butch a win. Butch. Very fun to say his name. Anyway, let's start with the card and see where it goes. I'm actually going to start with my prediction on the Bloodline versus Drew McIntyre and RK Bro. It's happening. It's definitely great for Drew. I'm really not sure what happened with the plans for the tag team titles, but maybe Vince McMahon decided to back out last minute and not want to unify any more championships because, let's be honest, Roman's reign so far with both is going absolutely nowhere. I don't really think that's a problem because we know things are going to cook up in the summer, but when? When exactly and with who? That's what I'm curious about. Most likely, Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre will fight for the championships at Hell in a Cell next month, provided it's still going to be Hell in a Cell. I've heard some rumors about that lately, but keep that on the side for now. But what does that mean for this show? Well, I feel like the Usos were originally going to win this match against RK Bro. If more titles were going to get unified, they were going to go to the Bloodline. So probably that means the Bloodline are going to win this match anyway, and I don't have a problem with that. But can you imagine if this were the main event and Roman Reigns got pinned? No championships are on the line. It's not a winner-take-all. It would really, really get Drew some good credibility back lately. Don't get me wrong, the stuff with Corbin wasn't that bad when we got to WrestleMania, and him doing his funny segment stuff with RK Bro has been funny enough. I like the whole acknowledgement segment on SmackDown. That was cute. But come on, it's Drew McIntyre. We know Drew McIntyre can go at a more serious level with a more serious character and a badass attitude. So does that mean he should get a pin and win it for his team here? It probably should, but I'm not feeling that risky when it comes to this one. So I'm going to pick the Bloodline. Maybe it'll just be an Uso pinfall over a member of RK Bro and Roman and Drew are fighting on the outside. I do think that's best. I don't think Roman or McIntyre should be involved in the final fall whatsoever. And I'm talking about pinning and or being pinned. Like, I don't want them in the fall. I think The Usos should just get the win over RK Bro like originally intended, and life goes on. Let's say Roman and the crew escape by the skin of their teeth kind of feel. But we'll see what happens. This could be a shocker depending on who gets pinned, but I don't want to dwell too long on it. We got 5 matches to go. Now, let's go into, I believe, one of the more easier ones to predict. Omos, Bobby Lashley. I do like the decision to put MVP on Omos. I feel like that's going to be great in the long run, depending on how long it lasts. The only thing that worries me is, I feel like every time Omos has a chance to go back on credibility, WWE just changed their minds, because I was looking forward to his performance in the Royal Rumble. It was a dud, like a really bad dud, if I'm being honest. And then WrestleMania, he lost. He got pinned. I couldn't believe that, but I was so happy for Bobby. Now with MVP at his side, I feel like surely Omos is going to get this win. Because if Lashley wins again, is this feud really going to continue? And if it is, with a Lashley win here, what does that mean for Hell in a Cell? Because I assume they'll just keep going here. I can see Omos winning and this feud still continuing, which is most likely going to happen. Lashley, I can't picture going anywhere else at the moment. I wouldn't mind him and Roman have another match, but not right now. Not right now. Maybe Money in the Bank, though. Not sure how long Roman and Drew is going to last. There's potential. Either way, I am going to pick Omos to win. I feel like MVP by his side is going to make a huge world of difference, and we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. Now, another one on the low card, it's Happy Corbin, or maybe not so Happy Corbin, versus Madcap Moss. Moss seems to be getting over enough. I do enjoy his character still. He's a solid wrestler. I've enjoyed him since his NXT days when he was with, I want to say, was it Thibaut Sabatelli? I probably butchering that name. But even back then, Riddick Moss, he's good. And I do think he should get the win here. So, I was struggling with this one, but I am going to pick Moss. I think Moss is going to look good with this, and I don't want him and Corbin to feud forever, and if they do, that means Corbin should win this. So, yeah, let's go with Moss here. Corbin could just cheat. I'm hoping they'll just give it to Moss, though. Hoping they'll give it to Moss. This one, there are some matches that are really just 50-50 on this show. That's one nice thing about this show. It may be low-key, but it's not that easy to predict everything, I don't think. So I'm picking Moss here. Now let's go up to those WrestleMania rematches. That's right, we've got 3 to go, and they're all rematches. We got, bear with me, I want to get this in a good solid order. Yeah, let's do Edge with his own little Judgment Day thing going on, taking on AJ Styles again. So Priest is barred from ringside. But what about Balor? See, this is what intrigued me. Balor made the save on Monday. But are we really just having him continue his little babyface spree, doing not too much with now AJ Styles? Or is Balor the next member of Judgment Day? Think about that. A lot of people are thinking Ciampa or Rhea. I agree with Ciampa, and frankly, I agree with Rhea. But I'd like to see Balor. I would like to see Balor. Balor and Priest and Edge just looks good in my head right now. So, I'm going to pick Edge. I don't think AJ can just get away with this one, but this also has the potential to just have a disqualification and AJ Styles wins via disqualification or count out. There's something about this that's screwing me around, but I am going to pick Edge. I'm hoping that is still a safe pick, so let's do that and hope for the best. I'm also going to go with the safe one for Cody and Seth Rollins. Cody losing here doesn't make too much sense to me unless him and Rollins are going inside the cell. And they could. But I'm gonna pick Cody again, and hopefully we keep moving. Although this one really is starting to turn my head. I only thought about the cell now. And also, you gotta think Vince is gonna get some kind of, like, match revenge against Cody coming back to WWE, etc. Because everyone's still childish with people who come back to WWE at some point. Oh, boy. I'm almost thinking about switching my picks. Funny thing is, switching has worked sort of well for me lately, hasn't it? I'm pretty sure I turned my back on my original prediction at all shows, Elimination Chamber for McIntyre and Moss. I had Moss originally. I picked McIntyre, and that worked out. Yeah, I'm so, oh boy, you know what? Yeah, I can't believe I am doing this more often, but I think I'm going to switch literally the last two around just because there's something really screwy in my head going on with this. I'm going to pick AJ Styles. There's just something about these two that scream opposites. If I have one, I have to have the other one switched around. I'm going to pick AJ Styles and I'm going to pick Seth Rollins. I didn't expect to say that. I really didn't expect to say that. But bear with me. I feel like there is something else going on because, like I said, I think the Edge and Styles match has the potential for a shady finish, aka a disqualification. And with Cody and Seth, the Cell, it seems like the only one right now. I can't see any championship matches in. I don't think Roman and Drew is going to go in the Cell. So, Cody and Seth, I guess? So I'll pick Seth to win this match then. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time containing myself. Now that I think about it, I am excited for this show now because of my predictions. Let's go to the last one though. If you are a fan enough of the channel and check in every now and then, you should remember at least one thing that I had serious bragging rights to about WrestleMania. That was the fact that Charlotte Flair beat Ronda Rousey and I picked Charlotte Flair. Oh, it felt so good. And it was so great watching one of my friends pissed off about it. So what does that mean here now that they're in the I Quit match? Well, do I have the nerve, the balls, so to speak, to pick Charlotte Flair again? Of course I do, but I don't think I'm going to. I do think Ronda should win this. It's more, there's no other championship matches on the show, and we probably want to give the crowd something to be happy about here, and I think Ronda Rousey breaking Charlotte to get the I Quit would do it. Ronda quitting, there's only one possibility I can see, and that's not via wrestling. It's via her child or family or something bad that could happen to somebody else, and Ronda only quits to stop the match, so said person or persons are saved, and Charlotte wins, and this goes to Hell in a Cell inside Hell in a Cell. But I'm more thinking Ronda should just win this here, and then her and Charlotte go in the Cell for the third of this year, and then Ronda assumingly wins, and that's it, done. Because doesn't seem like Ronda's going away so soon. Doesn't seem like her and Becky are doing anything soon. And let's recap. That was the only reason I picked Ronda to lose at WrestleMania. I thought her and Becky were going to go into a program afterward, but nope, that did not even come close to happening. I was just lucky via other sources. Similar, very similar to, oh, what was one gamble I recall having and being quite pleased about? Can't remember off the top of my head. Too many things. But bottom line, I am picking Ronda Rousey to win this match. If Charlotte wins again, I'm going to be disappointed I didn't pick her for this, but I had my WrestleMania moment, so have off. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. To recap once again, I have the Bloodline, I have Omos, I have Madcap Moss, I have AJ Styles and Seth Rollins, and Ronda Rousey winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. Simple enough. I don't even think this video is going to crack 15 minutes. So again, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing great, regardless of everything. Remember, it's Mother's Day this weekend, so if you can, please spend some time with your mother. If you can't, spend some time going down memory lane with her, because those can be some of the most special times in your life. Is anything fun, loving that you've done with your mother in this world. So thank you again for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys Monday for my results and review video. Hopefully Monday, if not Tuesday. You guys know, occasionally I can be a day late with these things. And again, keep checking the channel. We got Friday the 13th next week. I might as well just say it. I'm hoping to get another movie reaction with you guys, but we'll see. Don't count your chickens. Otherwise, have a great day. Talk to you later. Keep it real. Acknowledgement.